So, Caitlin Clark in training camp today. I want to talk about this because I just find it funny. At training camp today, Caitlin Clark said this statement. I think I'm the best transition player in the league. That's where I thrive. And like a normal, reasonable human response to her saying this should be, well, duh. Well, duh. Like, she is the best transition player in the league by a mile. It's not even close. It's not even close. Like, if some people are like, oh, Alyssa Thomas, she's plays rugby. Or I've heard Kennedy Carter. Okay, yes, Kennedy Carter is better at catching a ball and going coast to coast than Caitlin Clark, as is Kelsey Mitchell. I think Caitlin Clark I think Kelsey Mitchell will say that Caitlin is significantly better in transition than Kelsey. That Caitlin is significantly better. Because Caitlin, if you just run, she's the best transition passer. Team USA, I actually saw somebody trying to argue that Chelsea Gray is the best transition player in the league. You do realize when Chelsea Gray and Caitlin Clark were on the same team, right? When Chelsea Gray was on the floor, they slowed every single thing down. And when Caitlin Clark was on the floor, they just ran, right? Well, obviously, this is what she said in the full speech.
No.
Steph has talked about creating depth in the backcourt, especially with your injuries last year, Kelsey going till the wheels fell off. Just what do you think about having Ty and Raven kind of backing up in the backcourt? And she also talked about kind of you playing off the ball a little bit, get a little bit of on-court rest. Just what do you think about playing off?
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be something like that's what you have training camp for, and that's what you have the preseason games for, is to try different lineups and to try different people and to give the people that are fighting for roster spots a chance to go out there and compete and perform. Like, I'm not going to go out and play 30 minutes on Saturday. That's just not going to be the case. That's not what it's about. It's, obviously I'm going to go out there and compete as hard as I can, but that's not what we need to do. And, I think a little bit of off the ball stuff. Like, I think mostly on dead balls, like I think I'm the best transition player in the league. That's where I thrive. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, duh. Like, and he should have said everybody knows. And do we want to know the reason why Caitlin Clark is the best transition player in the league? Because Caitlin Clark being on the floor drastically reduces how many offensive rebounds the other team gets because they run back in transition. Teams have to do one of two things when Caitlin Clark is on the floor. They need to quadruple down on crashing offensive boards like the Chicago Sky used to do with Camilla and Angel Reese and lose every single time by doing that, by the way. Or you literally sacrifice ever getting an offensive board so you can run back in transition and still probably not get there faster because Kelsey Mitchell is going to beat you in a foot race.
That's my game, so getting the ball off of rebound or in transition, like that's probably when I'm going to be the primary ball handler more than anything. And then getting off the ball a little bit and catching your breath. Like, it is exhausting bringing the ball up 94 feet versus pressure every single time. So we certainly need to find somebody that can handle the ball a little bit and, give me a little bit of a break. And I think Raven and Ty and even other people through camp, Tori's done a great job. And, Kels does it a little bit. And even I think our 4s and 5s can do that. You saw AB do that a lot last year when we were really in trouble injury-wise. So I think there's a lot of different things that can give us a lot of different looks and just makes us harder to guard. More than anything. I don't know if you guys.
So yeah, obviously, it's so funny. Like, some of these comments, the best what question mark, and they were trying to argue. This person tried to argue Alyssa Thomas. Yeah, okay. Like, I think they think the transition is just people that can run coast to coast. Yes, Caitlin Clark is not the best at running coast to coast, but Caitlin Clark literally transition. It's like saying that James Worthy was a better transition player than Magic Johnson. That's like saying that. No, Magic Johnson was why the team ran. Like, not to leave Kennedy Carter's in. Again, Kennedy Carter just goes meep meep and goes head down. She's right though. Transition game is straight nasty. Hockey CC. People mad because she's right. Well, yeah, duh. And like, this is one of these ones where I'm like, this is like derangement syndrome. It's like Caitlin coming out and saying, I shoot from further away. Someone said, think you might be the only person that thinks that. Of course, it's a Paige fan. A player who literally, the only time I've ever seen Paige run in transition is when she was playing with Caitlin Clark for Team USA. She is a player who does not want to run in transition, if at all possible. Albeit, the funniest thing is that Paige Bueckers is a better half-court, is a better much better half-court scorer than Caitlin Clark. I'll give Paige that. I'll absolutely give Paige that one. I'll concede to that one. But, like, the fact that apparently you've got people actually going out there and trying to argue to Paige. We finally done with the fake humble. If you disagree, who's better? Who are they? Let's see who they say is better. Depends on what you value a player doing in transition. She's best playmaker. Well, yeah, duh. I'm sorry, that's like saying Magic Johnson was because Magic Johnson set up everything in transition, he was a bad transition player. No, he's the best transition player in history. Like, everybody agrees in the NBA right now, the best transition player. The ones who average close to the same amount with alternative. I'll take Chelsea Gray. Take Sabrina Ionescu. Take Paige over in transition. In transition. Like, these people are like, there has to be something not quite there in the head for these people. There has to be something not quite there. Like, Angel and Paige fans quotes, oh, I need to see someone saying Angel's better in transition. Like, yeah, duh. Like, did she stutter? I don't think. It's funny. It's one of those things where it's like people and they won't name somebody better. Yeah, they will. They'll name somebody who doesn't like to run in transition. They said Chelsea Gray. Like, I wish if I had my proper setup, I would zoom out and do myself an impression of Chelsea Gray trying to run. And Chelsea Gray doesn't even throw ahead passes anymore. She doesn't even throw ahead passes anymore. But yeah, it is hilarious, some of these arguments. She's not the best transition player, have comments blocked. Yeah, well, yeah, duh. Like, someone literally said Kelsey Mitchell's a better transition player. Dude, they play on the same team. And I would be very confident that Kelsey Mitchell will say that Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark's a better transition player. Like, Kelsey Mitchell is the better spot-up shooter. She's 100 times better as an off-ball cutter. But yeah, obviously, the head of the snake is normally who people would consider to be the better player. The head of the snake in transition is normally who people would say is the best transition player. And again, I've never heard, could you imagine if somebody in the 1980s came out and said, Magic Johnson leads the league in turnovers, therefore, what mid-level 1980s point guards? NBA point guards from let's just say 87. I think 88 was one of the best years of the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. So, it is like coming out and saying, Magic Johnson, even playing 88? He's not even on the list here. But Magic Johnson is actually not the best player. Is not the best transition point guard. Vern Fleming had a better assist to turnover ratio last season than Magic Johnson. Therefore, Vern Fleming is actually the best transition player in the WNBA. Like, it's like making that argument. Or in the NBA, sorry. But either way, it's just funny. It's just funny listening to some of this stuff. Anyway, I'll see you guys.